Phonetics, pronunciation. That's what we're here to study. Some people think that phonetics is all about strange symbols. Well, it isn't, it's about sounds. But there is a general problem about sounds, letters, symbols. People get very confused about them. What's the difference between letters and sounds? Both are ways of representing language. Letters are marks on a piece of paper that you make with a pen or a pencil. Or perhaps they're marks on a board that I make. Or perhaps they're patterns of light on a screen, on a television screen, a computer screen. But the important point about them is that they are visible. We see them. Sounds, on the other hand, are things which you hear. They consist of vibrations in the air, special noises. They're not visible. They're audible. We don't see them. We hear them. So when I speak, I produce sounds with my organs of speech. The result is vibrations in the air, which you, listening, perceive with your ears and with your brain. If, on the other hand, I sit and I write things, I'm producing letters, which make up the words and sentences and so on. And if you want to take that message, you must look at it and take it in with your eyes. Well, this might seem so obvious and simple that it's hardly worth saying, but people do get very confused about which is which. This means, for example, that you can't hear a letter. When you speak, you don't speak letters. Now, there is, of course, a relationship between them. Because the purpose of writing down language is to precisely enable us to communicate in ways other than by speaking and hearing, namely by making marks and seeing. In some languages, you have a writing system in which there is a close and obvious relationship between the sounds which you utter and the letters by which you represent them. In other languages, this relationship is more complicated. English is one such language because our spelling is inconsistent. This means that there are many cases where the sounds don't correspond to the letters, as you well know. This is why there is a whole problem of knowing what sounds you ought to be uttering when we come to some word. The spelling, the way we write it, the letters, don't necessarily tell you clearly what the sounds are that you should use in order to say them. Now, because we want to show this information clearly and unambiguously, we often make use of phonetic transcription precisely to have a consistent and predictable and reliable relationship between sounds and the special letters, which are phonetic symbols. Phonetic symbols, again, are letters, things that you can read, things that you can see, but they are different from the ordinary letters of ordinary spelling in that they're in a consistent relationship to sounds. So, if we take the word love, it has 4 letters. How many sounds does it have? 3. And by putting it in phonetic symbols, we make this immediately obvious, because there we're using special letters that are in a one-to-one relationship with the sounds love. Furthermore, the letters that we use remind you which are the appropriate sounds in this word, that it has the same sound as in a cup that you drink from, even though the spelling is different. This then is why we make use of phonetic symbols, particularly when studying, learning languages such as English, where the spelling is not always a satisfactory guide to the pronunciation.